are you going to be like everybody else? God, everybody else has left me. So now I'm wondering, are you going to be like everybody else? What he's really saying is, can I trust you? Jacob says, I haven't been able to trust anybody else. Can I trust you? I haven't been able to depend on anybody else, but can I trust you? Is there anybody in here that has ever got to the place that you wanted to say, look, God, can I trust you? I've been hurt, I've been burned. Can I really trust you? The text pushes the issue because in verse 2, the Bible declares that Jacob recognizes angels and said, God has sent me host or help. But he also finds out through the matriculation of the text that his brother is coming with 400 men. And so now Jacob is questioning if God's going to be there. And I see something good, because what it really says, Jacob says, it was easy for me to trust you when I wasn't in danger. But now that my life has gotten up against the wall, now that bills are due, now that I need help, now that I need food, now that I need you to make a way for me, are you really going to be? And what he really says is, God, because my past is coming up into my present, what he's saying is, have you changed your mind about blessing me? Isaac has already told Jacob that he was blessed, but his situations in life make him question if he's blessed or not. And so what he really asking God, have you changed your mind about blessing me? And I believe everybody in the place gets to this point where you say, Lord, I accepted you blessing me when everything was good. But now it's rough times. Now my family is messed up. Now sickness is in my body. Now my marriage is in shambles. Now my child is on drugs. Now my daughter is pregnant. Have you changed your mind? I see Paul has the same dilemma. Paul says, I had a thorn, and I prayed about it 3 times. Paul says, I was shouting to God, asking God, have you changed your mind about me? I know I'm flawed. Have you changed your mind? I know I made some mistakes. Have you changed your mind about blessing me? I know I dropped the ball. Have you changed your mind about blessing me? I see Jesus in the same situation. He goes to the Garden of Gethsemane and he says, my God, Father, if it's possible, take the cup. He's saying, I don't want to go any farther if you're not going with me. And I believe somebody's in the place today that says, God, I don't want to take another step if you're not going to go with me. I don't want to face my problems if you're not going to go with me. God ultimately tells Jacob, Jacob, I have not changed my mind about blessing you. And he goes on to tell Jacob that I'm going to bless you. And he says, like a prince, you got power with God and you have power with men. And you have prevailed. I'd like to suggest that Jacob does not prevail because of what he did. He prevails because of his motive. Not because he wrestled with God did he prevail, but because his motive was in the right place. The fact that Jacob wrestles with God has humility all wrapped around it. Because what he's saying to God, I wouldn't be wrestling with you unless I knew you had what I needed. I wouldn't be coming to you, God, if I didn't think you didn't have what I needed. It reminds me of the famous benediction, now unto him who is able to keep me. Not that he will keep me all the time, but I just know he's able. That's the same mentality the 3 Hebrew boys had. They said, O King Nebuchadnezzar, even if our God does not do it, there anybody in the house that can shout because he's able to do it? I don't need him to do everything all the time. It just shouts me to know that if he wanted to, he could. Thank you, God, for being able